Alright guys, so I got the Legend, Foxeer Legend 2. This is my new scope cam. You're gonna see more videos with this camera. I know this video is kind of late between not getting good footage and not having time to review this. It's been tough, but now I got this in my hands and I'm shooting a review video for you guys. Alright, so the Foxeer comes in this box. I bought this off of e-bike, sadly. A lot of people don't like e-bike, but I mean, a camera's a camera, right? There's other places you could buy this from. You could buy it from, now Norwich is selling it. Personally, I don't buy stuff from him. It's a little too pricey. I paid 40 bucks less than I would have bought it with him and got quicker shipping. Also, I believe Foxeer themselves sell this for a little less than Norwich and a little more than e-bike. But the Foxeer from Foxeer and Norwich, they do come with a scope mount, which I actually have on my gun right now. It's just a little rail mount that goes on your scope or your barrel. That's what I'm using right now. And so yeah, let's get into it. So first off, it's a nice box. You got a picture of a guy holding M4 PDW. You got some labels back here, and you got Foxeer all over the box, so you know what you're getting. It also says scope cam up here. You guys can read that. So this isn't meant to be a scope cam. Alright, so once you open it, slides off like this. Nice cover comes off to the side. It says go 1, 2, 3. So this flap just opens up like this. And I have used this. I used it today. I'm gonna show some footage if I can and if the footage is good. So you open it like this. It's gonna look very similar to this. You pull this to the side and your camera will come like just like this. It comes in nice little foam, protected. It also comes with a cover, which I do not have. This is the camera. This sets this off to the side for a second. Now, when you open the little accessory box, you close this, nothing else is in here. Instructions do come on top if you guys need it. The accessory box comes with a few things. You got some Allen keys. Allen keys that are supposed to be in this bag. Let's dump this for you. 2 Allen keys, small and big. I'll get to that in a second. You also got, I believe, a TV output. So if you want to use this for a drone or something like that, you can take out the lens, put the original one in. You don't really need this, but save it. You also get this, which for a tripod mount, it goes into, this also comes with the package. It goes into the mount itself. So if you want to use this as a standalone camera, you can put it on a tripod. I don't need that. Now, the other thing that will come in this box, the accessory box, will be this. It will come separated. It will give you a little bit of Allen keys. It just pops on, screw it in, and that's it. It's a rail mount. So I put the scope ring mount that connects to a rail on my scope, and then there's a quick release latch. I just snap it on there, and I'm good to go. I think once you guys will see this footage later on. If you get the placement of the rail perfectly, the scope will almost be perfect. So there's no much editing needed to get it zeroed in, and it's a solid little quick detach mount. The bigger Allen screw is to tighten this Allen screw here. That's to tighten it if it's too loose on your rail, which I had to do. And then the little one is for the Allen screws that go inside. You can't really see it, but there's 2 in there, and it just goes inside and it screws the 2 mounts together. Okay, now let me go ahead and show you how this camera slides in. It's not like a Mobius, which I did record on previously. The footage in Mobius is okay. The only problem I had was finding mounting options that would let me get a perfect zero with the BB. So I went with this, a little more better footage quality. It can shoot 1080-60, which is standard. I believe it could go 4K at like 20 frames per second, which is not really useful. It can also go super slow-mo, which is 240 frames per second at 480p. It's nice to get those slow shots and check if someone's a cheater, which most of the time people are either buying this for detecting cheaters or for airsoft videos. So both of my purposes. So this camera is very small. It's got a texture to the outside. If you just kind of like rub it, you feel a texture. It's a 35 lens, already pre-installed. No focusing, focused out of the box. It also has Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi Foxeer app. I did have a few problems with it. It took me about an hour to get it done. The app, they believe my bad. I believe they did an update the other day, and the Wi-Fi password for this has changed. It would be 1 through 9, all the digits normally, but the new password is 1 through 9, and you add a 0 at the end. So if any of you guys purchase this device, there you go. So this camera, pretty similar to other cameras. Slide it in. It goes mostly with attention. Slides in all the way, and it's not going anywhere. It's tight. To get it out, there's no like special way. Just push it out. Comes out. As you see. So is this outside kind of cover / mount. It's also texturized. Slide it in like that, and there you go. Other than that, it has 2 modes. I believe one is a picture mode and one is a video mode. That's what I've been using. The video mode, I believe the default is 1080-60. I did go into the app. You can change the settings, contrast. There's a lot of settings. I might put some footage of me using the app later on. Other than that, you get this, which this is mostly used for drones. This cable, so you can connect it to an FPV. Many of you guys don't know this, but I do because I fly drones. But this is not going to be a drone camera because you got the zoom lens. Well, 35mm lens, it's not for flying. It's a big camera, but it's worth it. You have a lot of different options for quality, like I said already, 480 at 240 frames per second. You got 1080-60, 1080-30. You get 720-60, 720-120. You could go 4K, you could go Ultra HD. So you could go 2K. There's a ton of different options and different frame rates as well. The only way I see me using as a 4K camera, which is not practical because it does take a while to upload, the only way would be for a picture. But nowadays you got phones that can do pictures at 4K and above. So I don't really know the purpose of that, but it's nice that they include it. Other than that, this box, I believe they put some time and effort into this box because it's actually all corresponding. It's all one picture. They have nice branding all over it. It's not a cheap cardboard box that will rip. I actually like keeping this box. If there's any problems with the camera decides to crap out, it's still useful to send it back in and show whoever you're returning it to that you took care of the camera. So let me go ahead and show you guys this. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. It's just 2 little Allen screws here. Not much thread. And this is also how to assemble it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this or just cut this out. Alright, so I got it separated Didn't take that long. Just skip that out, or maybe fast forward. I don't know yet. So this is your base mount. They all come in this little accessory box, all in different pieces and separate bags and everything. So when you open it up, you have two little Allen screws, if you guys can see. Really small. You guys really can't see. Really small screws. And this is your real Picatinny real mount. It is spring, I don't know how to say it, spring retention, I believe. So you do have a nice little snap in, just not going anywhere. As long as you tighten it good before a game, you don't have to worry about the camera falling out. The only problem I've seen is that this kind of loosens up over time. So I might put some thread lock on this because I don't want my camera falling out in a big Milsim and me losing a $150 camera. Which actually I got this camera on sale for $140, as e-bike does not have it map protected, and I got a 20% discount, I believe. So to assemble it, again, I might fast forward it and maybe cut that part out because that was kind of funny. So put this there like that. Find your Allen screws. Oh, let me show you one more part before I put this together. This tripod mount. It's a little tripod mount, plastic piece, very similar to Mobius. If you guys have not seen the Mobius yet, go check that video out. It's mostly a dash cam. I don't have a video on my channel of that. Just go ahead and search it up online and you'll find a few videos. So this kind of just clips on. Actually, I've never clipped this on before. Alright, simple enough. Clips on like that. And if you guys want to, you can set this up as a camera. There. Set it up on a tripod mount, or it may be if I had a tripod mount on your gun for some reason, you have a thread, you can screw it on without all this extra weight. So take it off again, slides off, and let me go ahead and show you how to assemble it back to the real mount. Alright, so once you get that off, they're a little bit off centered, the holes, so make sure you put them in the right way, not the wrong way. It should sit flush with the bottom. Drop your Allen screws in there. With the included Allen wrench, just start tightening it down. I'm going to fast forward this and show you how it should look at the end. Alright, so when you're done, should sit flush with the bottom, shouldn't really see anything extruding. And when you're done, slide the camera in, turn it on, 3 seconds, hold, and the camera should turn on. I believe my battery's dead, I haven't charged it, I used it all day. This is how it's gonna look when it's ready on standby mode. There's 2 modes. You press the power button once, changes mode, and I believe that's a picture mode. Press it again, goes back to the other mode. When you're ready to record, you press the record button, and when you want Wi-Fi mode, oh, my camera died. When you want Wi-Fi mode, turn on the camera, and you hold the record button for about 3 to 5 seconds. After that, it's going to be a green light blinking, and you can connect it to the app. Alright, so I believe I covered everything here. It's the Foxeer Legend 2, I believe Plus, yeah, Foxeer Legend 2 Plus. Purchased off e-bike. You can purchase from many other places. A direct competitor to this though is the Runcam 2. Now the Runcam 2, I did not go with that scope cam version because Runcams are very big and bulky, first off. And most of the time, to get a Runcam that has a pre-made lens is kind of hard to find, other than you buy it from Runcam, which just recently started making the cameras. Foxeer has had this camera out for a while though. You can also buy it from Brain Exploder, which comes with a few 3D printed mounts. But the only thing I don't like about buying from people that do them themselves, no bad saying to Brain Exploder, is that they do it themselves and they risk damaging something inside, and most of the time they don't test it and they send it right off. So you might get a defective camera, a camera that might have a bad focus or something like that. And also the mounts 3D printed is not the strongest, but I do know that he makes a few good mounts. Especially GoPro mounts for your hats. If you guys ever want to get a GoPro mount, I don't use a GoPro mount. I kind of jerry-rigged it to my hat. But if you want a nice formal mount, Brand Exploder does sell good ones for GoPros and other cameras like the Mobius. So I believe I covered everything here. You will get an instruction manual when you open this up. After you open this up, there should be a little quick start guide on top. And to me, it's a pretty useless kind of guide. It doesn't really tell you anything. It does tell you what the lights mean. If the camera's blinking, some reason, it will tell you what it means. But most of the time, you can search up videos like this one or other videos that go more in depth about what camera settings you want, what the colors mean, and other like in-depth stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put me using the app with this camera connected and show you some footage after of me using it today. It was a rainy day, not many kills, but I'll show you a few clips, maybe some gameplay if at the end of this video, maybe some gameplay of that. Other than that, this camera does have a poor battery life. That's the only thing that Runcam has over this. The Runcam in the back has, let me go take this out for you guys, has a exchangeable battery. So in the Runcam there'll be a little door, battery pops out, you can throw a new one in there, and there's no need for any charging or anything like that. This camera has a built-in battery, so you can't do that. It does have two ports. I believe one is for charging and one is for this TV mount and the SD card. It's a little flap here. Just pop it open like that. Put it to the side. You get your SD card in there. Pops right in. It's nice, protected. Other than that, the only one thing I have a problem with, other than the battery life, is the lens. It's a big lens. If you're going CQB, running in and out, speed soft, you're gonna shatter this lens maybe in the first hour of playing. So what I'm gonna do, even though I don't do quick paced indoor videos or anything like that, I'm still gonna put, I've seen a lot of people do, they cut out a little piece of plexiglass and they just hot glue, super glue, whatever you want, right on top of this. It shouldn't mess with your focus, it shouldn't mess with the image quality, but it's just protecting. If your plexiglass gets shot out, oh well. It's a $5 sheet for, you can make millions of covers. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to connect the video and the app. So first off, you want to turn on the camera, 3 to 5 seconds. It's gonna make a beep 2 times, and you're now gonna hold the record button for, again, 3 to 6 seconds. Alright, about 3 seconds and it starts blinking green. You guys can't see this, but it'll just be blinking green, and that's it. So after you got that done, go ahead and open the app. I found this the most reliable way. So you got the app open. After you got the app open, go back. Now find your settings, and you want to get to your Wi-Fi. So I'm connected to my house Wi-Fi right now. You will see I changed the name of this and changed the password. So you click on that, it'll say something like Foxeer or something like that. You'll know it's the camera. Go ahead and click on it. Now the password is not the same that I have, so don't follow the password. I changed my password. The default password is 1234567890. So that's gonna be the default password. I changed my password so I don't forget it. So after you put the password in, go ahead and press connect. It's connecting, and it says connected. You go back to your Foxeer app. You go ahead. Sorry about that. That's also the fact saying that you're not gonna have Wi-Fi connection, but you will be able to see the camera. I go ahead and hit camera. Legend 2 is already there. Connect camera. It tells you go through steps. Connect camera. And give it some time, and there you go. Now you guys are staring at my wall because I have nothing to show you right now. But once you get that done, you go ahead and click on the speedometer looking picture. And you got most of your resolution settings here. So you got UHD 24 frames per second, QHD 30 frames per second, 2K 30, 1080, 30 and 60, 720, and you also got I believe 480 at 240. Now I hope I had in mind set at 1080 60 because that did not look like the case. Also, it tells you your battery life on the top right corner. So you could turn off the camera, change settings more in depth. I am charging my camera right now, so that's why it's doing that. Also, if I have not used this yet, you got different settings. You can control straight from the app. You could go to files, a few videos from today, and you can download it and keep it on your phone. So go back to camera. You get full screen lock, many other things. Once you hit click settings, you got resolution, quality, field of view. You got photo settings. You got camera like settings, and you got a bottom place for devices, which if you ever need a firmware update, it will be there. SD card, and also a pretty cool feature. If you lose your camera, if it falls off, or if you lose your gun for some reason outside, you could just press find my camera, and hopefully you can hear that. It's making a sound. So you click that, it's like find my iPhone, find something, and you could probably hear this and find your camera, find your gun, whatever the case is. Other than that, I did change the name. It's not gonna be Foxeer Scope. It's gonna be Foxeer Legend. I don't remember. It's Foxeer something. Other than that, that's the app. And you could go ahead, turn off the camera if you like. It stops looking at the footage. Take some time to shut off. And there you go. It's off. Once you're done with that, you go back. Click here. And another notification saying I do not have Wi-Fi with the camera. You got home and you got media, which will just show you more in depth of the videos you recorded. And you got some support, account settings and stuff like that. And that's it. Very simple app. Once you connect the camera first time, change your settings to whatever you like. And that's it. So I'm gonna maybe cut back to some footage of me playing today. Maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 kills today, and a few times of me shooting at my buddy with a lot of wind, and hopefully not much editing needed. But that's it. I got one. Alright guys, so it's kind of obvious this is not scope cam footage. This was at the end of the day, 2 versus 1. I kind of surprised this guy, but I just wanted to put this over the gameplay so you guys have something to watch. It's not the best video to go buy a camera off of, but it will later on. In future videos I will have more footage of me and this camera, so I hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and do whatever you want to do.
3 rounds left.